Hello, all of you gamers, professional and casual out there in the world. I am MegaAmpster, and I just wanted to make a quick video on this because I found this super fascinating. So, obviously yesterday we had Gamescom, that was kind of a bit of a drag, but the more interesting thing that came out from yesterday, besides the Gamescom's award, obviously those are a big deal, so congrats to the developers for winning those awards and just showing off the new games. However, something really interesting happened yesterday. Masahiro Sakurai-san, the creator, I should say like the main driving force behind the original Kirby games, you know, like Kirby Dreamland, probably 1 through 3, I imagine, for sure the original, Kirby's Adventure, Superstar, even Kirby Air Ride, those games, as well as obviously the main creative director behind the Super Smash Bros. Series of games, all the way back since the first Smash 64 and the N64, back in, what was that, like 99 or something, 98 maybe? He made his own YouTube channel yesterday, and this is so cool. I love this because Sakurai is one of those developers that has so much knowledge of just game design, and just like if you've watched any of the character presentations, especially for Smash Bros. Ultimate, I think he did it a little bit from what I remember for the Wii U as well, when they started like hyping that up, like ramping up to Ultimate essentially with like the different DLC characters. But here they're really going all in with just like the design and everything. And like with Smash Ultimate, there were a lot of DLC characters. Like the first one that comes to mind is Terry Bogard, when Sakurai had that whole like 45-minute video going over his moveset and like really deep diving into it. Now, he has a few uploads as of now for this channel, but essentially I've watched all 3 of these videos so far. They're pretty much like in a similar vein in terms of his presentation style as those just character breakdown videos that he has. So if you're into that, you might be into this. Now, let's see if he has an about. Does he have an about section? Okay, he does. Cool. Join Masahiro Sakurai, director of several Kirby games and the Super Smash Bros. Series, as he reflects on his work in the games industry and offers insightful and easy to understand advice about game development. The goal is to try and help make games around the world a little more fun. And okay, so so that's obviously his focus is really just making, you know, very, very high level game development a little easier for people to understand, make it a little entertaining, and I honestly think that's great. In his about video, which I might go through in a little bit, he kind of describes how he wants to make it like pretty high level game design concepts, but make it entertaining and for people to jump in and enjoy, maybe understand it a little bit more, which is super cool, because, I mean, Sakurai's been making games for, what, like 30 years now? Kirby's 30 years old, so at least 30 years. Like, he has so much knowledge and experience. The really cool part, by the way, is this little caveat here. All Nintendo-related development materials and ROMs featured on this channel are used with Nintendo's express permission. So, I mean, he's putting that because obviously Nintendo, but the cool thing is, and we'll go into this in a bit, in that About video, he said that Nintendo allowed him to show off, like, early builds and stuff like that of, I think it might have been specifically Smash Brothers. I don't know if he said a specific Smash Brothers game, or it might just be any of them in general, which is super cool. That's honestly super, super cool, because like there's so much details that we could get about game design and how his mind works and how he developed games and series like Super Smash Brothers. And the fact that Nintendo is even allowing him to use stuff like that, that's kind of crazy. Look, he's already at 154k subscribers. That's awesome. When I subscribed, he was at like 130k, and that was like a few hours ago. So hell yeah, he's going. But this is just super cool. He has so much knowledge, and like, he said he's going to try to keep these videos short, which honestly, I think short and sweet is the way to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop the music, and, you know, let's watch a little bit of these. I don't need my voice there. So he kind of goes into a little bit of detail about this. Let me turn up the audio on the video. So essentially, Sakurai is going into here. I've watched these videos already, so I'm not going to like live react to them. But obviously, he talks about his accomplishments. It's a separate video going over all those, like Kid Icarus, Smash Brothers, Kirby, and a couple of other really small ones that I had no idea about. Imagine Sakurai streaming. Imagine Sakurai streaming games. That'd be so good. I love these little animations they have too. So yeah, he's kind of talked about like in a way of like somehow getting this knowledge out to different people and sharing his knowledge, because that's awesome. I love when people have so much knowledge that they're willing to share, and this is kind of a perfect platform for Sakurai, especially because he's done so many of these video presentations for Smash Brothers characters already. It just kind of fits his presentation style, I feel like, and so it's awesome that he has this platform. And he's using some of the Smash Brothers music in the background, which is actually awesome, like if Nintendo let him do that, but like he's kind of making game development a little easier to understand and like going to some of like design concepts. Right, very elementary concepts, keeping it simple. That makes sense. There's going to be Japanese and English versions, which are cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff here. We're not going to go too far into this, but yeah. So Nintendo, let me go back to this. Development builds and design documents. This is the part I was talking about. That is so cool that Nintendo's allowing him to use that stuff. But obviously it's not like officially sponsored by Nintendo. It's not affiliated with Nintendo. They just allowed him to use, because those are their games. So they're allowing him to use those, you know, beta builds and design documents, which is super cool. And so yeah, he kind of goes into maybe some industry secrets here and there. You know, there might be some stuff like that. But it's super cool. Oh, interesting. Are these videos he already has planned? These might be like sample thumbnails. I would hope these are videos. I would totally watch all of them. But he did put out a video. So there's this one about his creative works. I mean, if you want to go watch that, feel free to. He talks about it's a 2-minute video showing all the games he's worked on. This was like his first actual video though. This Stop for Big Moments, which I'll go over very briefly here. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but essentially it's kind of talking about how like in some games there's like almost like a freeze frame of like when you get hit or an enemy gets hit or something like that. You know what? I'm not even gonna, we don't even need the audio for this. I'm not gonna go too far into this. But essentially just like kind of talking about how there's almost like you want players to feel the feedback of like getting hit or defeating a boss, and there's a little bit of sometimes a shake of the screen, like a freeze and like a pause. So like I won't go into the video more just because I want you to watch for yourself if you're interested. But like if this is what we're gonna expect, like these brief 5-minute roughly videos going over stuff like this, like that's super cool. And I think there's really a lot of potential for this to be kind of a fun little interesting channel. You know, it uploads once in a while. Like I don't know how often it'll be, but it's also funny too because just recently he announced he would stop the Twitter posts for the Smash Brothers screenshots. So maybe this is almost like not a replacement, it's obviously completely different, but like almost like another way for him to kind of put content out there. And honestly, I think there's a lot of potential for this, you know, when he's like, if it's going to be stuff like this video here, like I think there's a lot of potential. It's just, I think this is really fascinating. Like I said, Sakurai has clearly so much knowledge in terms of game development that I think being able to share this with the world is awesome, because it's almost like a curtain sometimes between game development and players, and like there's kind of that barrier there, but like Sakurai's trying to bridge that gap. People have done this before, and you know, like obviously like developer interviews and stuff like that. It's always cool to have those things because it allows, you know, even just normal consumers and players like us to kind of get a peek on the inside and see how people go about designing concepts for the different games and how the workflow actually works out. And hey, if Sakurai here is going to go over some of these concepts and stuff, I think that's super cool, you know. And that video was pretty high level. That Stop for Big Moments video he just uploaded is pretty high level, so it's fairly easy to understand and visualize. The visuals are really good. Honestly, like it's pretty solid. I love the little jingle he has at the end of the video too, but I don't want to make this video much longer. Just a little quick update about why I'm super excited for this. Please go subscribe. Let's see if subscribe's gone up. I'm sure they have, but you can't really tell here. But definitely go subscribe to Masahiro Sakurai on Creating Games if you're interested. I feel like this is going to be a very informative channel, small little digestible videos about pretty high level concepts. So if you're interested, I think it's super cool, especially just to delve into Sakurai's mind a little bit more in terms of how he goes about thinking about game design. So that's super cool. But anyways, thank you all for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know if you're excited for this, if you're going to subscribe to this new channel that Sakurai has. I certainly did, and I'm looking forward to more videos from Sakurai, and hopefully, hey, we'll get some good stuff out. I don't know if we'll get any like Smash Brothers secrets, except maybe some of those beta builds. That would be cool. Or design documents. That stuff is super cool. Who knows? Maybe we can see what the Forbidden 7 would have looked like in Brawl. I'm just saying, that would be the dream. That would be the dream. But anyways, thank you all again so much for watching. Always appreciated. And hey, I will catch you on the next video or live stream. Currently streaming some Shantae 7 Sirens and some Splatoon 3 coming up. So hey, if you're interested in that, I'll be doing that at some point on the channel. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Always appreciate it. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.